What's going on, guys? E-HeroesForged coming to y'all with another discussion type video today. Today I want to dive into a ruling that happened to me this past locals, and I 100% do not agree with it. I think Konami has gone off the deep end with how this ruling went, and I do not see any way that it could come out this way. And while I try not to be closed-minded, I don't think there's a logical explanation to define what happened at this locals. I can't wait to dive into this with y'all. I'm going to show you kind of what went down, or kind of like an example of it, and you let me know what you think. But from my point of view, and logically, this doesn't make sense. Let's get into it.
Let's go.
Alright, guys, so jumping right into it. This past locals, I had a situation come up where a ruling didn't go in my favor, and I'm not salty about that. What I'm salty about is that the terminology that was explained to me on why the situation didn't go in my favor doesn't make sense. And I can understand game mechanics. Yu-Gi-Oh is a very complicated game to play as far as it coming over from the OCG to the TCG. But in this situation, there's, in my opinion, no way to make this ruling make sense. And to get into that, we're going to start with this guy, Plasma. Okay, he's a walking skill drain. I would say 90% of Yu-Gi-Oh players that have been playing know what this does. Basically, to sum it up, this card basically is a walking skill drain. All face-up monsters on the field are negated that your opponent controls, so on and so forth. Okay, so I want to dive into that. Okay, if this card is a floodgate and it says all face-up monsters your opponent controls, their effects are negated. Okay, what does that mean? They are negated. That basically says they have no effect. Okay, it's basically like having a dark magician on the field. That's what that means. And that's basically what my card says. Now, what was done was a player used an effect, activated the effect of the monster, activated the effect, activated a negated effect. Okay, first of all, that doesn't make sense. But then it gets even deeper than that, where people are telling me that although the monster's effects are completely negated, they can still activate the effect. First of all, that makes no sense. The second thing they said was he can activate it for cost. That doesn't make sense, because all I kept hearing was that you can't negate cost. Okay, well, I'm not negating cost. I am negating the effect. And he cannot activate the effect that has been negated. That doesn't make sense. Now, if someone wants to have the argument with me about that, well, Plasma's an older card. The termination on the card is, outdated, and it says, it doesn't say that they can't activate it on the card. I don't even want to hear that shit, because it's bullshit, okay? The card is face up, it's a monster, and that it is negated, okay? And basically what I'm being told is while this is on the field, they can summon something like Magician Souls, okay? Its effects are negated because it is face up on the field. And what I'm being told is he can activate his effect to send the 2 spell or traps from his hand, or 2 spells, however the card reads. But regardless, it can do the cost to send 2 cards in order to draw 2. That makes no damn sense. What is the damn point of this card if it doesn't negate the effects? What is the point of even summoning the damn thing? That doesn't make any sense. I can say it till I'm blue in the face and I sound like a broken record. And I understand that, judges have weighed in on this, and they've been told this and they've been told that. Well, I think that's a dangerous road to go down, because if we're just going off of what judges say in a judge's ruling or whatever, then I don't think we're going in the right direction. Who's to say I can't go take a judge's test and then my opinion trumps that person that doesn't have a judge's qualification. That doesn't make sense. All right, guys. In my opinion, if that monster is on the field, it has no effects. It is Dark Magician. It's a vanilla card. There's no reason they should be able to activate its negated effect in order to give cost. Because since that person was able to do that, I lost the game because they were able to activate its effect and then chain to it. Whereas if that wasn't the case, they would have never done the effect. You see what I'm getting at? Do you see where rulings can come into play and they can totally, completely ruin this game by getting the call wrong? You know, I understand. I've heard it time and time again. You know, like, yeah, you might be negating the effect, but you can't negate the activation. That's not right. No. If my floodgate is on the field, then that monster has no effects. And I know I sound passionate about it, and I know I sound a little irate about it, but it really cut me deep seeing that we've gotten to a point where we're not even doing what the card says. We're making up rules. Just because, like, they're making up stuff for effects that doesn't make any sense. Well, it says the effects are negated, but it doesn't say I can't activate it. You see, you're creating an effect. No, it's straightforward. The face-up monster's effects are negated. And if you think you think I'm full of it, why don't you go ask Dark Magician players about Rod not being able to search Eye of Timaeus? Because it mentions it. It says it right there in English. But people still tell you it doesn't search it because it's not a Dark Magician monster, or whatever the card says. But I promise you, they'll feel the same way. Because we are getting card rulings wrong. We're getting terminology wrong. We can't even read our own cards anymore. Konami needs to fix this. Yu-Gi-Oh! As a whole needs to fix this. And I think players need to come together and judges need to see this. And Konami needs to understand that players are frustrated over BS calls like this. You know, it does the end result didn't matter at the end of the day. I still ended up going to play in the final round. But instead of the round ending in a tie, it should have ended with me 2-0ing my opponent. You know, no discredit to the other player. The other player was amazing. Everyone at my locals is amazing. Amazing, great people. But I do feel that the ruling that I got was wrong. And I strongly feel that way. And I'm putting this out there because I'd like to hear what everyone else thinks. I want to know how y'all feel about rulings like this. What are rulings that y'all have experienced that didn't go your way, but you just felt that it was wrong? You know, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Let me know what other topics you think I should debate on. And if you haven't subscribed, guys, hit that subscribe button because I'm going to be pumping out videos like this a lot. You guys have a good day. Thank you for watching.